I cannot believe we have already made it. Championship Sunday at the Masters. What a week the 2025 Masters Tournament at Augusta National has been. And more importantly, what a day round 4 was. It was everything you would want in a championship round. It is going to go down as one for the ages. We're going to talk about Rory Mcilroy here in a second. But first, let's look at some of the other players in the field and their final rounds. Let's start with the biggest disappointment of the day, Bryson DeChambeau. If you've been keeping up with this series, you know Bryson has been my pick for the Masters all week long, and he's been the most consistent golfer in the field with a 69, 68, 69 to get to 10 under through the first 3 rounds. Entering round 4, just 2 shots back from the lead. DeChambeau finishes with a 3 over 75 to finish at 7 under for the tournament, tied for 5th place for his best finish at the Masters so far. Man, this is heartbreaking because Bryson came out like a rock star. People surrounding him left and right. The energy was super high, and there was even a short period early where he led the field at 11 under par after birdieing hole 2, but after that, disaster struck, bogeys on 3 and 4 to get to 1 over par. Then on the back, it just got worse, as on hole 11, trying to be aggressive, get those shots back, Bryson's approach shot went short into the water, essentially ending his chances at a green jacket. Bryson DeChambeau did not play well. His irons were as bad, if not worse, than they were in round 3. He drove the ball well, but his short game was not what it had been, and it was always going to take a masterful short game day for Bryson if his irons were not playing well to even have a shot at Rory Mcilroy, and it just didn't happen. This was the most mature I have seen Bryson, and I believe he will be back in these opportunities again. Another opportunity to win the Masters. Absolutely gutted for the guy, though, but overall, a really good weekend. Scotty Scheffler, a much better 3 under 69 day to finish 4th. Scotty played very clean, only 2 bogeys, back-to-back birdies on 7 and 8, and then again on 13 and 14. Really solid weekend for last year's winner and the world #1. This is the best we have seen him in the 2025 season since he came back from injury. How about Patrick Reed, a solo 3rd place finish at 9 under par, a 69 round 4 for him as well. He started slow at 2 over through 3, but then 4 straight birdies on 6, 7, 8, 9. Got the 2018 winner going. Reed's round was highlighted by an incredible eagle on hole 17 from over 140 yards away. Just a beautiful shot. One of 2 golfers in the field to shoot under par every single day alongside Sung Jae Im. What a turnaround in the week for Jon Rahm. He starts 3 over par, barely makes the cut. Then in round 4, 3 under 69, looked way more like the 2023 Masters winner, the Jon Rahm we all know and love. Good for him, man. I love Jon. He's a great dude. I hope he continues to play well throughout this season. Heartbroken for Ludvig Åberg, and even par 72. Not what I wanted to see, especially after fighting so well in round 3. And honestly, there were moments where Ludvig looked like he could be fighting towards the leaderboard, fighting for the lead. He had his opportunities, but he was up and down all day. But a 7 on the par 4 18th. Åberg is only 25 in his 2nd Masters appearance. He will be here for years to come. A 2nd place finish last year and a 7th place finish this year. Next year could absolutely be his year to win. Super proud of how he played, a -6 for the weekend. Finally, before we look at Rory Mcilroy, I owe Justin Rose a massive apology because if you remember yesterday, I said this: Justin Rose was never going to hold the lead, especially with how the top 2 have been playing. After I said this, looking at this leaderboard as a whole, it really doesn't matter because to me, this is a Masters championship between Rory Mcilroy and Bryson DeChambeau. But Justin Rose fought all day. He got himself to a 6 under 66, played much more like he did in round 1. To me, he was the best golfer in the field in round 4. A ridiculous 10 birdies, highlighted by a clutch one on 18, pushes him to 11 under for the tournament to force a playoff with our winner, Rory Mcilroy. Rose played so well. He fought all week and put himself in contention when it mattered most. Even when things looked bad in round 3, when he shot 3 over to get down to 5 under, Justin Rose stayed positive, he stayed focused, and now he's finished well in each of the last 2 majors as he finished 2nd in the Open at Royal Troon last summer. It should be very fun to follow the 44-year-old Olympic gold medalist this major season. All right, it is time to talk about our 2025 Masters champion. Love him, hate him, or anywhere in between, it's Rory Mcilroy in his 18th try at the Masters, and what an exciting final round it was. Rory did not play well today. Let's go ahead and get that out of the way. He shot a 1 over 73, and he opened the door many different times. First, it was for Bryson DeChambeau early when he landed in the bunker off the tee at hole 1 and hole 2, giving up a double on the opening hole, which gave Bryson a 3-shot swing in 2 holes. Rory got going at 3 and 4 as DeChambeau slowly started to show cracks. flex, creating a 4-shot swing in 4 holes. Then at the end of the front 9 to the beginning of the back 9, Rory birdied again, getting him to 14 under par, and it was at this point where everybody, myself included, had counted the field out. This was Rory's year. He was cool, calm, collected, playing super well. He just had to play safe, conservative to bring it home, no stress. Well, a double on 11 brought him back to even on the day and 12 under for the tournament. Coming up on 13, the par 5, Rory McIlroy seemed to make a super smart play. He laid up with 3-wood, then again with 7-iron, leaving a very simple approach shot into the green to still give him a birdie chance. Well, an abysmal pitch shot landed into the water, creating another double bogey 7, followed by a bogey at 14, and we're starting to worry. Is this the famous Rory choke? It's all coming together. Rory's not going to win his green jacket. Justin Rose or Ludwig Åberg is going to take home the Masters Championship. Even on hole 15, where Rory regained a tie for the lead when he birdied, he should have made an eagle. He missed a 4-footer. He had a 1-stroke lead entering hole 18 after a huge birdie at 17. All Justin Rose could do was to stay loose on the range, hoping for a famous Rory mistake at Augusta National to force a playoff. Well, the tee shot looks good, right in the fairway, but then on the approach shot, just absolute disaster. Rory McIlroy misses the green. He lands in the greenside bunker, creating a super tough third shot, and it was okay, but he still had a 5-foot tester for par. At this point, every patron at Augusta National had made it to the 18th green to watch Rory. Could he sink his final putt? But he pushed it. Bogey's 18. We're going to a playoff. What a playoff it would be. Both players played so well going back to 18. Justin Rose played very safe, and his second shot almost dunked in, which would have been an all-timer, but he 2-putted for par. Rory had to birdie to win, and boy, did he clutch with his approach shot. This time, he'd land less than 4 feet from the cup, leaving himself a very easy putt. He would sink it and win the 2025 Masters Championship, finishing his career Grand Slam. What a win for Rory McIlroy. I'm not that big of a fan of Rory, but I understand just what this win meant, what it meant for him, for his family, and for the game of golf as a whole. McIlroy becomes the 6th player to complete the Grand Slam, and he elevates himself into a new class, a top 10 golfer of all time at just 35 years old, 29 wins, 5 majors. It is just incredible, an incredible career for Rory McIlroy, and he's not done yet. A fun fact about this year's Masters, the winner once again won the Players' Championship, just like Scottie Scheffler in 2024. This was just a great tournament. I mean, all around. Shout out to Augusta National for another great week. I can't lie to you. I'm excited for next year already. As Jim Nantz says, it is truly a tradition like no other.